Hello, wine world. Thank you so much for joining me. We're back with trivia night. It's another Thursday night. Tonight is about movie trivia, summer movies to be exact. So we're going to get started with the wine that I'm having tonight while everyone hops on. If you're drinking wine tonight, please let me know what you're drinking. Leave a comment in the chat below. So I had a really nice experience this past weekend. Lifetime Vintage is a site that does various things. Amongst them, they do blind tasting. So I had a lovely blind tasting with 4 wines, and I had a team of, it was me and 2 other ladies, and we did pretty well. We kind of got 3 out of 4. We were against 30 other teams that night. And what was nice about this blind tasting package was that we got mini bottles. So this, everyone's familiar with the, 750 bottle, the standard size wine bottle, but we have 375. So that is a half of a regular standard bottle. And what's nice is I got like 2-3 glasses of wine out of this size. So if you ever see this size in the store, go for it. 375 is, not only is it affordable, but it just works. You don't have to worry about it spoiling after a few days. You can probably get it done within 1 serving if you're sharing with friends or if you want to drink it by yourself. All right, so this is a Rioja. This one, not gonna lie, is gonna haunt me in a good way. And I need to say that I had made the mistake that I actually called this a Merlot. And Merlot, no, it's Tempranillo. So silly me, I submitted the form way too fast. And so we didn't get that one. So that made us get 3 out of the 4 varietals. But also, this is a blend. It was Rioja is Tempranillo, and I think they also said Garnacha, which is Grenache. So this is Muga Rioja. It is a 2016 Reserva vintage. Let's see if I can get this correctly here. And I'm also on Instagram tonight, so I'm going to share the bottle label there as well. All right, so as always, I'm going to start with the wine. I poured a little bit too much, but I'll get my little swirl on. This body is medium plus. For color, it is opaque. Like, you probably can't even see my fingers through it. So that means the wine is opaque, meaning you can't, it's too dark. It is purple in color, deep purple. Deep, yeah, I would call it purple. And for the nose, you're getting some like black fruits, plum, some spices. Also, if you guys are drinking wine tonight, share what you're drinking tonight. I always like to know what you guys are drinking. On the palate, as I sip more, I'll be able to give you a better swirl. Tannins hit the palate. It's dry, like you really want to just like pucker at it. So it's high tannins, medium to high tannins. And it's really just fruit forward. It's nice. It's an old world wine. I really appreciate the region of Rioja. This wine actually makes me want to drink more Spanish wines. Tempranillo. This week I also had a Bobal, which is the 2nd most grown grape in Spain. So Tempranillo and Bobal and Arian are like the top 3. So, all right, so that's my wine. I would rate this a 4 out of 5. It's a big region, something you should always try. I recommend you guys go to the store, ask for a Rioja if you enjoy red wines that have tannin in them. And if you like red fruit forward, black fruit forward, anything kind of fruit forward wines, I think you should give this a try. It's affordable. And like I said, ask if your store or online, look for the 375 size. So it's like, you know, it might be in your budget. All right, guys, we're going to start with trivia. Let's do it. Okay. So the categories today are Grease, Sandlot, Dirty Dancing, and Jaws. So we have 4 summer movies tonight. All right, we're going to go down the line. I'm going to start on the left side with Grease, go 100 to 400, and you guys just type in the comments, all right? Let's do it. Okay, Grease for 100. What extracurricular activity did Sandy join when she first started at Rydell High? Sarah is drinking a rosé tonight, which is really nice because it is rosé month. June is rosé. It's nice. It's the beginning of summer. And, you know, there's so many regions where rosé can come from. Sarah, if you'd like to share what region are you drinking from tonight, that I would love to know. Next rosé I want to taste is, that is correct. It is Cheerleading. Awesome job. Okay, Grease for 200. Ooh, sorry for the punctuation. Who did Danny win the dance-off with? Michelle, you also got it right. So this part in the movie is actually one of my favorite scenes. Yeah, the music is great. It's very catchy, you know, doing the jive. I mean, who doesn't know that dance, right? So going back to the rosé that I want to drink is, I want to go for an Italian rosé. I don't have any producers in mind. So if you have a recommendation, please leave a comment below. I would love to know what you recommend. But yeah, I think I'm going to go with an Italian one. So lately, I've been wanting to go towards more Spanish and Italian wines. I'm more of an old world wine person. Sarah sharing her rosé is Smith, I'm going to butcher this, Devereaux rosé from California. Very interesting. I'm sure it is maybe off dry, high alcohol, maybe some fruit forwardness, unless it's from a cooler region. Nope. Try again, Amelia. So think of the rival against the T-Birds and who that person was dating. I'll give you guys a little bit more time. Is my sound not working? All right, I'm gonna share it. Cha-Cha. So she was the, oh, there we go. Cha-Cha, Christina, you got it. Awesome. Yes, yes. All right, sorry guys. There's like a 10 to 30-second delay between what I'm saying and what comes in for you guys. Hi guys. I'm also here on Facebook and Instagram tonight. Yes, Cha-Cha from St. Bernadette's. Anyway, I just wanted to share Grease tonight because it is one of my favorite movies I had watched when I was a child. Like, just, I love musicals in general. So what is the name of the road that Kenickie is supposed to race his car on? Does anyone know? It's the big scene at the end of the whole movie before the carnival. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about that blind tasting experience. So it was really cool because not only was I had a cool team of 3 ladies and then we were brought into like this room where we were able to connect and really talk about each wine, but the experience of having a timed tasting. Christina, correct. Thunder Road. Awesome job. Right, going back to Grease for 400. Last question, guys. What is Rizzo's first name? She says this during like one scene with Kenickie. Perhaps at the movie theater, at the drive-in movie theater. I think that might be the scene. So this tasting was awesome that it was timed. So we had 40 minutes, 4 wines, 10 minutes per wine roughly. But to call the region, to call the grape, the vintage, the aromas, the flavors, perhaps even the tertiary, which is like how it was the style, like with the oak, or do you taste like, was it on the leaves? Was it filtered, not filtered? So many options. Was it on the other day? Oh, yeah, the ABC version. I did see that like years ago. Sarah, you are correct. Her name is Betty. Awesome job, guys. All right, we're moving on to the next summer movie, Sandlot. So The Sandlot, if you don't know what this movie is about these kids who play baseball, and they come to lose a baseball in the yard where there's this big dog, and it's just a funny movie. It's one of my favorite, also another one of my favorite movies I watched as a kid. So let's start with the first question. What is the name of the beast? This answer I forgot for a while previous to adding this to the trivia tonight. But yeah. So overall from the tasting, I realized that I have to blind taste more. And instead of buying, you could blind taste with like 2 wines, but you know what? If I can find more of like the 375 volume, they're so much smaller. I'd probably try to find bottles like that to taste. If you've watched The Sandlot, jot down who your favorite character is, because my favorite character has to be Squints. I think his storyline is hysterical. All right, guys. Give me one more second. In the meantime, I'm going to see if you guys can see on that swirl some of the color, maybe that rim. It's nice and deep. And I'll share it here. All right. The answer is Hercules. Awesome. That is the answer. Okay, so we're going to Sandlot 200. What did Squints do when he jumped off the diving board at the community pool? I just want to share more about that Lifetime Vintage event. So what was nice was previously in an email, they sent us like a whole tasting guide sheet. So you have like, I can see this. You have the color you had to call, the fruit. in either a white or a red, the condition, the floral, the earth, herbal, oak, secondary, body, acid, tannin, alcohol, and finish, as well as the grape, region, vintage, and country. So I think if you didn't have knowledge of, yes, pretend to drown is the answer. If you didn't have like the region, or if you're not sure what regions are, that was going to be hard to call anyway. So next question. Who was the lifeguard at the community swimming pool? So who was Squints like trying to impress? You might not know the last name, but what about the first name? I'll take it. Also happens to be a fast food restaurant. Also, I want to talk about what's been going on with Amy on Cloud Wine. So this Saturday, for all my international wine people, I am having a early presentation about Gewürztraminer. We're going to taste Gewürztraminer. I have a nice Monterey Gewürztraminer waiting to be tasted Saturday morning at 6 a.m. But like I said, it is for those international time zones where it might be there 12 p.m. or earlier or later. I don't know how the time zones work over there. But don't fret. I also have this repeating. The answer is Wendy Peppercorn. Very close. Wendy Peppercorn. Very, very close. Thank you. I'll take it. All right. Last one. What is Small's actual name? Now, I will be drinking this Gewürztraminer at 6 a.m. Geez, it's so early. I'm not a morning person, but I'm doing it for the international people. I want to make sure it's fair that I have a presentation for their time zones live as we have it here. But then again, if you can't get up early, or I'm repeating this presentation again on June 24th, Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. So if you want to tune in then, if you can't make any of the lives, I send the replay. If you sign up for my email list, all my links are available on my Instagram, but because I don't have it here on my Facebook page, I will make sure that I edit. Have to do that. So I will make a post about that after this. Do you really? That's great. You know what? It's 5 o'clock somewhere. All right, guys, I'm going to give you the answer. The answer is Scotty. I think only his mother calls him this in the beginning of the movie and maybe at the end of the movie. All right, guys, Dirty Dancing 100. What is Baby's real first name? I think she may say this during an intimate moment with Johnny. All right, guys, I'm finishing up on this Rioja. I think what I enjoy most about it is that it's a dry red wine and that the tannins are just, although they're there, it's mellowing out. It's becoming more smooth as I drink it. If anyone wants to guess this alcohol, go ahead and jot it down because I think you'd be surprised. So as always, you want to serve wine at a temperature that's meant to be served at so you don't have like the burning sensation of alcohol. This wine definitely needed to be chilled to avoid that burning sensation. What else do I want to say about this wine? You know what? I'm going to go through what you guys have to look for when you're buying wine. So on the label, let's see if I can get this correctly here. Here we go. So this is the vintage. This is the producer. Below Rioja is the region. And here they have the denomination de Origin Calificada, which is their DOC, which just means it's a higher qualified wine. It means it has more rules that the winemakers have to abide by in order to produce and sell this wine. So it's a good thing. And it's also here on the back. They seem to have a specific icon or a certain label that makes it, saying like, yes, this is for real. We followed all the rules, drink our wine. It's going to be similar every year, every vintage. Correct. Francis is the name. All right. Dirty Dancing for 200. What is the name of the resort that Baby's family is at? So think about the part in the movie where, sorry about that. Think about the part in the movie where they're singing at the end. Think about what the main guy sings. Sometimes music helps to like bring back like what you remember. So that's why even when I'm studying, sometimes I'll do like a little tune. So that way I can remember that tune and the lyrics or the facts that I need to know for some type of subject comes to my mind. So going back to the label, the specific part in Rioja is Haro and España for Spain. So specifically this Muga vineyard has been from 1932. So I would really, like I said, I gave this a 4 out of 5, 2016. So now we're in 2020, so 4 years. I believe this region has to be like 3 years plus in the barrel. You got to calm those tannins out. All right, we have an answer. Kellerman's. Absolutely, that is the answer. All right, Dirty Dancing for 300. Lisa dates which employee at the resort? This is the person where her father wrote him a check. This is also the person that Penny was with. If you guys have any questions about this wine or wine labels in general, just jot a comment below, ask a question. I'll try to answer it. So none of you guys wanted to give it a guess, but this wine is actually 14.5%. That's high, very high. It's so high that it's so close to becoming a fortified wine. And a fortified wine is, the answer is Robbie. Yes, Christina for the win. Awesome job. Okay, last question for Dirty Dancing. What is the name of Johnny's cousin that takes Penny to the doctor? He's also the person that helps with the watermelon when Baby first goes to the after party of the employees of Kellerman's. Fortified wine is a wine like, oh shoot, what's the name of it? Madeira or sherry. It's like higher in alcohol. It's more like of a dessert wine. So those are usually 15% or higher, 14.5 and higher actually, really. But 14.5%. So I am listening to a documentary series called Wine Masters TV, and I just viewed their opening series of Spain, and Penedès is right outside of Barcelona. And this person, I'm already forgetting the producer of the vineyard, the family name, but they're talking about global warming and how it's affecting the vineyards. And in fact, this wine may be a region where global warming is happening. So the grapes itself are ripening longer, and because there's more sunshine. So the alcohol levels are all increasing. So, I can't really say what the alcohol level would be if there wasn't global warming, maybe closer to 12.5, 13%. But the fact that it's 14.5% is a big deal. So vineyards who are facing global warming right now have to come up with new ways to cultivate and produce their wine. So they're either making their vineyards now on elevated plateaus, or they're changing their winemaking altogether to help not bring down the alcohol, but like to kind of control it in that sense. So it was really interesting. If you're interested, I can help send the link to you. Just jot down a comment below and I will send you that information. So the answer is Billy is the cousin that takes Penny to the doctor. All right, guys, last category. We have 5 more minutes. Let's go. Jaws, movie Jaws. Name the first victim of the movie, that famous woman swimming at night in the beginning. She's the first victim of the great white shark. All right, guys, here we go. Get that Rioja even better. See, can't seem to get my mirroring down. Beautiful color, guys. Beautiful, beautiful color. This one's really hard, so I'm going to give it to you guys. The answer is Chrissy. So her name is mentioned once in the movie when, oh my gosh, I'm forgetting his name, the major police guy does the report. So, all right, Jaws for 200. What is the name of Quint's boat that hunts for the great white shark? What is the name of that boat, guys, that goes after the shark? It's viewed a few times in the movie. Yeah, Sarah, I am still drinking my wine 5 days later. I finished my Albarino 2 days ago, and the Rioja is still going strong. I'm hoping to finish the Syrah tomorrow night, and then the white as well for Saturday. All right, I will send you that info. Thank you so much for being interested. All right, anyone else? I'm gonna go for it. Oh, nice. I would probably have to get this Muga Rioja, again. I actually thought it was really well made. All right, the answer is the orca. All right, Jaws for 300. What song does, sorry for the typo. What song does Quint, Brody, and Hooper sing on board after a drinking session? I'll do the hum to the song. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. So here, I think that's what the tune was. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking in my head. So this is when they're drinking, they're drunk, they're humming to this song, they're singing really loud about it, and then up out of nowhere come the barrels, the yellow bright barrels that track the shark, and they have to be sober all of a sudden. All right, guys, I must have made these questions really hard. I apologize. Show me the way to go home is the answer. All right, guys, we have 1 more minute, and we're on the last question of Jaws. Who is the director of Jaws? Okay, so fun fact about this, Michelle. Universal attraction. Yeah, I went when I was 7 years old to the Jaws in Universal Studios, not knowing little 7-year-old me was on the side where the shark came up on the side towards the end of the ride. I cried for hours afterwards. Traumatized. Absolutely traumatized. And the fact that this movie, I love to watch it, but Yes, you did get this. Woo! All right. It is Steven Spielberg. Great job, everyone. Yeah, I traumatized. So when I was old enough, I went back and I sat on that same side and said, I know this is a fake shark. And yeah, so I had to prove myself as maybe a 10-year-old or higher that I wasn't scared of the ride anymore. So, but I am glad I went back on it again to see it before it was taken down. I actually don't know what it is now, the area in Universal, but very, very interesting experience. All right, guys. So thank you so much again. Our time is up. It's been 30 minutes. I appreciate you all for coming out tonight. Again, I'm going to rewind to you definitely should try a Rioja if you can. I highly recommend it. I think it will really change your palate if you love red wines, or even if you don't, you might like it because it's fruit forwardness. All right. I wish you all a good night, a good week, and I hope you explore new wines. Cheers. Good night.